Ricky here with Breaking Your Barriers, coming to you on our segment of leadership. This is my buddy Marlon right here. He's been on the show a few times actually. He was a keynote speaker for one of my events, and he was on Hanging Out with Local Heroes. Today, we're going to be hearing Marlon share his take on leadership and what he feels great leadership is about. So every time my man speaks, it's always something good. So it's always a surprise. Marlon, it's always great having you on the show, brother. How you been, my man?
Well, Ricky, thanks for having me back. I've been doing good, Ricky. I'm just trying to change the world one day at a time. I've been trying to make moves. I started writing my book, my autobiography about my life.
Everybody has their own beliefs when it comes to leadership. Brother, I want to know what your take on it is. And the first question I want to ask you is, what does leadership mean to you?
What does leadership mean to me? Taking charge, taking taking ownership, taking taking the lead, like leading a company forward, taking charge of what you want that company to be, to look like, and to succeed in, and to be successful. Without leadership, it's not going to go nowhere.
What does a great leader have to do to take charge?
Okay. What I mean by taking charge is when when you see something that that another executive that ran before you did did some bad things and not running the company right, and and I'm like, hey, something's wrong here. This needs to be fixed. So I say to the the person above him, hey, let let me take it over. Let me run it. Let me fix it, and then let me take over. Let me run it. And let me show you this is the way it's supposed to be run, and run it with accuracy and efficiency.
How important is leadership in our daily lives?
It's the most important, most important. Without leadership in your daily lives, it's like leaving your house without wearing the armor of God. Without the armor of God on you or around you, you're not gonna succeed. Before you get out of bed, you just take a bow to the man upstairs. Give thanks. Give him the glory.
Hey, brother, how young were you when you first took on your first leadership role? Can you remember? Can you remember back then?
I remember it vividly like it was yesterday. It was after my great grandmother died. 1999. Everything changed. I took it upon myself, and I was at my grandmother's wake, and my family started arguing over. I started getting angry, and I'm like, I, I told everybody, stop, stop, stop what you're doing. I got very upset. I got very annoyed. And I told my family, you know what? We just buried my great grandmother. And you guys are up here acting like a bunch of 5-year-old brats arguing over some bull crap that don't need to be argued over. I'm tired of seeing this mess. I'm tired. Every time somebody dies, you guys argue over some bull crap. I'm tired.
How young were you?
I was like, I was in my, I was in my late 30s.
And you literally took control of that situation because it was escalating. You literally took the role of a leader who had to make that decision to stop them from arguing about, like you shared, brother, bullcrap, man.
This got to stop. We grown now.
Yeah.
We grown now.
So the power of leadership isn't only in business, it isn't only in household, it's in everything we do, every decision we make. And you had to make a real difficult decision to stop them. So that wasn't easy for you.
It's the mindset, and you got to think. And sometimes you got to think on the fly.
It,
It's not easy.
it's not. And you said something that's important. And I was going to ask you, from your experience, brother, can anybody become a leader? Because I know people are thinking, oh, I don't want to take on a leadership role. I'd rather just have somebody tell me what needs to be done. Can anybody become a leader?
Have you ever heard the term legacy?
Yeah.
And you lose the most valuable person. That's the matriarch of your family, and you're not prepared for it.
Hmm.
Okay, in that moment, you got to say, okay, I'm the responsible one now. I have to pick up where my mm, my my former leader of my family is no longer here anymore. So I'm I'm taking over the responsibilities of that leadership. Now, what she did before, I'm still gonna follow, but I'm gonna change it a little. I'm gonna make it a little bit different, so I can break it down, so I can understand it, and then I can I can use it in my way to make it work for me better than she did it.
Hey, brother,
Or
I love what you just shared right there because you're going to still carry on that legacy of what that person did. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your own personality alongside that so that it has a little bit of a touch of who Marlon is, but you're giving that much respect from the predecessors who came before you. That's fantastic. Now, I want to ask, what, in your opinion, makes a great leader, regardless if it's in business, regardless if it's humanitarian, regardless if it has to do with a family household or any kind of management. For you, what makes a great leader?
observing, observing, looking, watching, listening, being being that sponge. I'm a sponge. I've been a sponge since literally the day I was born. I was a sponge.
So you're basically sharing, you said something ridiculously important, which is the greatest leaders listen. They also are sponges, which means they continuously take in and get educated with things around them. They're observing what's happening so they adapt to their situation. I appreciate that very much.
I had to use it not only with my disability,
Mm-hmm.
I had to make it work so I can be able to do things, but to not allow my disability to stop me from achieving what I want to do. Still, until today, I'm still doing things that I want to do. Even though I have limitations, I don't let those limitations stop me from keeping going forward. I can't go backwards. I can either go left, I can go right. Can't go backwards. You can only go forward.
Hey, brother, my mind is straight up blown. You know why? You even shared your limitations, but guess what? You're not going to use that as a reason. That's why when you're on our last interview hanging out with local heroes, what was my nickname for you? Marlon, no excuses.
No
Ward,
excuses at all.
none.
None. I have none.
And I love that about you, brother, because every time we chat, you always bring something enlightening to our conversation. Every time we just hang out, just because we buddies. And the reason why this is important for me is because I want people to realize Marlon's not making any reasons for himself. He was born, he's always been in a wheelchair all of his life, but he's not making any reasons not to do what he wants to do. My man is going to be a keynote speaker. My man is already an inspirational speaker. He's spoken at different venues on multiple occasions. And one thing I'm going to share with you is this: my man is a leader because at this point in time, brother, can you go ahead and share what you do at Harbor House? Because I need for our listeners to hear that you are a leader, you are an educator, you are an inspirer, you are a motivator.
I teach a class on Wednesdays. It's called Motivational with Marlon. And every topic I've taught, the people have listened to what I had to teach. And they love. Some of it's deep, some of it's fun, but I do it to make you think. I do it to make you use your brain. It's not about all fun and games. I'm giving you tools for you to learn and to teach. I not only go to Harbor House for myself. I'm there to help Harbor House get better and to teach the other members what I've experienced and I try to bring out something that they're either too scared or they don't know how to approach. I try to give them the tools so they don't make the same mistakes that I did.
So you basically lead by example, brother.
Yes, that's what I do. And I do it on a daily.
Hey, brother, getting close to the end of this amazing interview because with regards to what you just shared, I mean it's it hits home ridiculously, especially when you started sharing about adaptability and you're gonna zig left, you're gonna zig right, but you're always gonna move forward. Nothing's gonna push you back. And the fact that you do, brother, you make Harbor House a better place because you educate and you inspire people. And like I said, you are a man of no excuses, my man.
Well, I'll leave you with this. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I do, but you will put some respect on my name. In life, you will fall, you will have bumps and bruises along the way. But God will open doors for you because you have a gift. We all have gifts. We all have talents. But only you can make that happen for yourselves. Nobody can do it for you. You got to go and do it if you want it. If you want it bad enough, go and get it. Go get your bag. That's what I say. Go get your bag. I don't care what you do. As long as you're getting your paper and you're taking care of your responsibilities and your family and your friends. This is for all the listeners. Do you love yourself? You probably ask, why is he asking that question? If you love yourself, you're capable of love to love somebody else and accept that person for their flaws. It's not about changing somebody. It's about loving them differently and respecting them.
Always, always, always an amazing pleasure having you, brother. I appreciate the words of wisdom as well as your own experience in life, my man, as well as all the hardships that you've experienced. Until the next time, like I told you guys, this is a friend of mine right here. He's always a special guest when he's on the show. Today's segment, leadership. Marlon, thanks again, brother.
You're very welcome. I want to say thank you and I appreciate you until we meet again.
Breaking your barriers on our segment on leadership.